up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. As I feel like falling in love, yeah. I need to fix this. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Ooh. Oh, let me move this over here, child. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey, to talk about what is going on Real Housewives of New Jersey. I think I need to clean these. Oh, my God. So last night's episode was pretty good. I have some observations that I made. I don't want to be too long, but I take a lot of notes with New Jersey. I always take a lot of notes with New Jersey. I need to cut back on how many notes because it makes the videos go long, and y'all only really watch 15 minutes on average. I have the numbers. I know the numbers. I'm like, okay. So y'all attention spans are not there anymore. They're gone. 15 minutes average. That's why people be shortening their videos or making shorter videos and clips because y'all attention spans are gone. Out of here. Out of here. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. All right. So now we are talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey. This is episode 2. Family, family, family. That was the name of the episode. So the conversation with Melissa and Teresa at the end. I don't know what was going on. The conversation with Jennifer and Margaret at Danielle's house. I felt it was a little weird for me. I don't know what was going on, but we're going to talk about it. And I also was like, damn, they're not, I hope, listen, ladies of New Jersey, I hope y'all are not turning into every season we are going to bring up what some random person in the DMs has sent us about one of our cast members. That y'all got to get away from that. That's what's ruining Potomac. Okay? Like literally, that is what's ruining Potomac. Because everybody is worried about who has what on who and who's going to spill it. I'm going to hold it when I'm ready. It's like, hold it when you're ready. Why do you need ammunition? You should be amongst friends. And I think that I kind of understand what Margaret was saying. Like, okay, are you for real? Because I know you went and talked to me. I actually wish that Margaret didn't let her know so quickly that she knew that they went and talked to her friend. So we don't know if the girl reached out to them first or they reached out to her first. But Margaret's ex-girlfriend, her best friend, at her mother's birthday party, is telling Teresa and Jennifer stuff on Margaret. And they got some good stuff, I guess, because this woman has known Margaret for however long. But Margaret has a damn knows she said there's a mole in Jennifer's camp. So that person went to Margaret. Margaret knows everybody, honey. You got to be careful. That's the one thing they say. Margaret knows everybody. So this girl then told Margaret or told them that Margaret really spends her time looking for stuff on them. I don't know how true it is. Also, the way that Jennifer said, I was just curious. I could have sworn last year you was crying because you was just curious about something and got your ass handed to you. I don't remember. Y'all let me know. Because I feel like I've heard Jennifer say, I was just curious. I just wanted to know. I was just curious. I feel like I heard her nosy ass, busybody ass, someone who may not really have something to do in her day. I know you have kids and everything, but when they're at school, they're all school age. So when they're at school, what are you doing, Pearl? That's what I'm saying. It's like, Jennifer, you might be more alike with Margaret in terms of your personality than you would like to believe. Yeah, she might have cheated on her husband and is with the man and married to the man she cheated on her ex-husband with. And she's a busybody. You might be a busybody too, ma'am. I was just curious, Roxanne. Okay? I was just curious. So they're at the party, right? They're still at Margaret's house. Jennifer has left. Jennifer left, okay? And they were like, how did it escalate? What happened? Jennifer is outside saying, I can't be friends with trash like that. Margaret is not Margaret. Dolores is a lowlife, is what Jennifer said. They're showing clips of Dolores defending Jennifer. But again, it is, I'll defend you, but I'm not about to baby you. That is where Dolores is coming from. I'm not about to kiss your ass. I'm not about to do nothing. I'm not about to rub your back and pet you like a little animal. I'm not doing that. And she's going to have to understand that that is her personality. That doesn't mean that she's not in defense of you when you need defending, because the clips are proof of that. They showed every single time Dolores was telling them to be quiet or whatever. Stop talking about Jennifer. Leave her alone. Y'all going to have to. And then even you hear Margaret telling Dolores, well, I need for you to stop defending her. So girl, I think Jennifer wants somebody to baby her. And I think she's just not getting that from Dolores. But you got to understand that you're sensitive. She's not. So either you're going to be her friend and understand she's not going to pet you. She will defend you when you're not there, but she's not going to pet you, Jennifer. That's how I feel is like the miscommunication. Calling her a low life and all this other stuff. I don't understand. You know, the when she said she looked like a leather handbag. and then they shot to Dolores and she's standing there all tan. Oh god, that was so funny to me. I can't be in a relationship like that. That's what Dolores was saying. She was like, I can't be in a relationship like that. Like, there are some people you're like, I can't be that friend for you. Dolores cannot be that sensitive. Oh, little baby. Nobody's doing that with you. Grow the fuck up. And I cannot wait to see what Bill says when Jennifer asks him, am I self-reflective? He was like, girl, that's a mess. Why did they show this clip, right? So they show the clip, they're going around, you know how they go around to all the families and stuff. So they show the clip of the little boy, Danielle's son, right? I said she has the son, the 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. He's saying he can speak with a British accent. And then she said, okay, do it. He goes, mother. And then he goes, fucker. Bleeped it. I said, these kids, oh my God. She was like, no. The last time the little girl did like this. Girl, these kids are, oh my God. And then they showed a clip of Jennifer talking to her children. And then her daughter said she loved her nose and she didn't even get surgery. And it's actually natural. That's what she said. Did you see Jennifer's face? She was like, girl, what did you just say? Baby, did you see Olivia with her mic pack on? I said, come on, you better have on a mic pack. One of the cast members. I said, that's funny. I wonder if she asked, could she wear it? She must have asked one of the producers, could she wear a mic pack? Because none of the other kids had a mic pack on. Did y'all notice that? So funny. It's so funny. The kids are hilarious to me. All right, Teresa calls Louis' assistant. It's 67 days to the wedding. They have about 200, a little bit over 200 people on the guest list. Teresa says she wants it to be very extravagant. It's going to be more extravagant than any other party she's ever given. She wants fireworks. She wants Cirque du Soleil dancers. I said, okay. And then she asked the girl, am I a bridezilla? And the girl was like, no, of course not. Not at all. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, so Melissa's talking. Girl, here we are again. Melissa's talking to Joe. They're packing. She's packing she's going to go present at an award show. Was it the People's Choice? I don't remember. I feel like I remember them on stage somewhere. But anyways, they're going to go to LA to present at an award show. She doesn't like that Louis called her insecure. He said, because when he first came around, I was really on his team. You know, I told people not to talk about him. I told y'all not to. What did she say? At Danielle's house, she said, I told. What did she say? I told them to leave you alone because that's who you love now, or something like that. It was something that I think like she's not leaving him. She's not. You might as well just hang it up. Whatever you got on Louis, don't even bring it up. It was something like that she was saying. I need to understand why on the dresser did Melissa have Louis Vuitton boxes set up and arranged. I was like, why are them boxes just sitting there like that? Like, I didn't get that. I didn't. Did anybody else notice that? I was like, why are those Louis Vuitton boxes sitting there like that, arranged and staged? I didn't get it. Fix that. That's not cute. Put some candles there instead. That look. I was like, why is this so weird? It looks so weird. I was like, girl, Melissa, girl, I don't know. Anyways, she says, well, it's just best. They said basically we're it's getting to a point where they'll go their way and we'll go our way. And Joe said it's just sad. So he might really be like sad, but I think what will kind of, I don't know. I don't even know what will mend it because I feel like Teresa is extremely unreasonable. I feel like she's unreasonable. I feel like she like acts like a dingbat. Like it's like, girl, what? Like the way that Margaret was talking to Jennifer, that's how I feel like that they were talking. Like Teresa is like that same. Even Jennifer, did y'all notice Jennifer Fletcher was like, so Teresa, do you see anything that she did wrong? Girl, you don't know. You don't know. She will say no. Even she'll be like, no, no, no. With that fucking stupid look on her face. Melissa and Joe, I am tired of y'all talking about Teresa every episode. Every time you in a scene, it's about Teresa. So, girl, it's whatever. Jennifer and she's hosting. Danielle comes over her house. Danielle said it's like Caesar's Palace of Paramus. It's stunning. They start talking about the calendar shoot, and she says, "I feel like I was caught in the middle." This is what Danielle is saying. I feel like I was caught in the middle when she says when you tell a friend how you're feeling and they come off combative, that's like a bad sign. And she's like, I'm done with being a chump. This is what Jennifer said. I'm done with people walking over me. Did you hear what she said? Dolores, because that's when Dolores got up out that pool. She was like, Dolores, what she say at the end? I said, Jennifer is a mess. She said, Dolores, who? We're good. Dolores, you don't give a shit. Dolores, who? We're good. That's what Dolores stood up like, bitch, listen. It was like, wait, Dolores is getting up. Girl, it was a mess. It was a cute episode. I'm just laughing because I'm just laughing at everything, just everything that's happening in this episode, especially the kids. The kids at the mic pack on Olivia took me out. I was like, what is going on? Okay, girl. I figured they just let her wear that. I didn't see her with a microphone on, but she had a mic pack on. And it was funny. So back to Jennifer and Danielle. So because Danielle tells Jennifer that she vibed with her the most, and that Teresa clued her in on everybody, and that so of course she's gonna say chill with Jennifer. That's the one you want to be with. But you know how they have to go around and kind of have lunch or a dinner date or come to my house kind of situation to introduce the girls to each person so they can develop their relationships or whatever. But we know that Danielle is Teresa's friend. And so that's why she's over at Jennifer's house. And that's why she feels like she connected more with Jennifer. But baby, she did not invite Jackie. I was like, oh my God. She did not invite Jackie because she said, didn't they show the clips of Jackie looking her up and down? I was like, oh my God. Wonder what Jackie thinks of her. She was looking at her. She was like, I crimped my hair. What'd she say? I crimped my hair. I don't know if she asked for, is anybody going to say something about it? I don't know. And Jackie was looking at her like, oh. But she felt it. I said, oh my God, she felt it. She was like, she's like one of them girls that just be looking you up and down. She was like, so I didn't really connect with her. I mean, I don't blame her because she was. I said, oh my God, why did they show her looking at her like judging her? Like clearly judging her. But then when they showed her walking in the house and then she looked her up and down, I was like, okay. So they called Teresa, right? They called Teresa because they want to know what happened with Teresa and Margaret when they met. Teresa says it went really well. It was very real. It was very raw. It was like a fresh of breath air. Teresa. Teresa. It is so funny when Teresa be trying to say little phrases and little things. She just gets it all wrong. She gets them all wrong. It's never right. It's never right. It's really funny to me. She said it was like a fresh of breath air. That's what she said. I know we get our words mixed up. All of us do. So, anyways, they talk about Laura. Laura's Margaret's ex best friend. I mentioned it earlier, and they said, well, they said she contacted them, right? And Margaret said, my friend decided to turn against me or whatever, and I already know that they talked to each other, so Margaret already knew. Which I felt like I really wanted Margaret to hold on to that. I kind of wanted her to hold on to that because I feel like Jennifer would have created a situation where she would have had to say something to give her a reason to say something. So I felt like she would have created conflict in order for her to spill what Laura said about Margaret. Because in her confessional, she's like, I'm not going to say it. Basically, I have this ammunition. I'll use it when I need to. But in Margaret's case, Margaret is like, I thought we were cool. I thought we, really had a moment outside of, when I met you and I apologized. I thought we had a moment. Do you not want to be friends? And so I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that because I felt like, okay, let me get to it. Let me get to it. So, she says, that Margaret wanted to so even Danielle was like, oh, she wanted to talk about her best friend, her ex-best friend. They were like, yeah, girl, I was shocked. Can you believe it? This is what Jennifer is saying, right? So then she says that the old girl was like, she has stuff that you might want to hear about Margaret, right? See, this is the thing. Y'all gonna mess up the show doing stuff like this, but let's go. So she says, Margaret does really take time to find out about everybody. And did she say anything else about anybody else? And then she was like, they were looking like that. And she was like, what? Like, this is what Danielle was like, what? She was like, okay, y'all are not saying anything. So it has to be something really big. And then that's when the producer goes, do you want to know what it is? And Danielle was like, hell yeah, I want to know what it is. Don't you? She says, the way that Jennifer is like, just don't push my buttons and I won't have to release this. Margaret in the car on the way to Danielle's house was like, bitch, I don't care if she said I was the Queen of England. I don't care if she said I was fucking goats in my backyard. I don't give a fuck what you say. Bitch, Margaret, I said Margaret is stupid. She said, I don't give a damn what she was saying about me. It's the fact that Jennifer is actually going to her and listening to her and like, okay, I have information on Margaret now. And it's like, you're holding information as if you were going to need to use it against me later. I thought we were really trying to patch up our little friendship here, right? And that's when Jennifer was like, well, friendship is on the spectrum. Yeah, because you don't really, y'all, it wasn't real. So it may have not been real on Margaret's end. It may have not been real on Jennifer's end, but you have to keep up. I feel like this. If you say you're going to work on the friendship, then work on the friendship until somebody shows you they don't really want to work on the friendship. And that's Jennifer. Even though Margaret may not have really wanted to work on the friendship, I think she was okay with being cool with her. I think so. I think so. Y'all let me know what you think, okay? So Margaret's has a little game night at her house. Everybody goes over to Margaret's, and Melissa brings sprinkle cookies. Girl, why did they go all the way back to that? Did you see Teresa's hair and her hairline? Teresa, oh my God, I'm so glad Teresa's lightened her hair a little bit. Teresa was looking crazy. She brought me sprinkle cookies. When I tell you, I think what Teresa was mad about with the sprinkle cookies is like, bitch, you bought some store-bought shit over my house. We're supposed to be having family. Why didn't you make the cookies or something? I think that's what it was. Almost like it felt like it was an afterthought because it was like some cookies in a plastic thing, like from the grocery store. I think that's what. So anything for not to be cool with Melissa, right? Jennifer and Siggy are friends. or are they best friends or something like that? Siggy knows, no, Jennifer knows Siggy, somebody's best friends with Siggy, because even Dolores was like, in my phone, I have Siggy's best friend. Is it Jennifer Fleischer? Is that who's the best friend? Anyways, so Margaret threw shade at Siggy. That was the season that I was in and out. So I was like, okay, because I didn't really like, and she turned out to be some kind of conservative weirdo. Was that Siggy? I feel like that was. Anyway, they're asking questions, they're having fun, and then of course, as they start talking, Dolores asked Melissa, how was LA with Teresa? Teresa said they had a good time. Did you hear when Teresa said we had a good time? She might have been lying, but she was talking about how Joe feels sad that he kind of mentions later, we're both on the red carpet. We didn't even take a picture with each other. My parents are probably looking down on us, like not happy about our relationship. Um, she says, I don't want to worry about anything Teresa has to say anymore. Good. Good. Stop trying to act like you are trying to, work on being this perfect sister-in-law. Fuck it. Just forget about it. Like, really forget about it. Margaret says when she met with Teresa, it was a different Teresa, but she's still waiting to see if there's changed behavior. But she said Jennifer is more dangerous than Teresa. And then Dolores says 100%. Because I feel like I don't I don't know. I feel like Jennifer is the girl who was mistreated as a young girl, school age girl, mistreated in school. And when she's on defense, she has not let down her guard. So anybody can get it. It's always in. She feels like I don't know how she can relax, because she feels like always ready, on ready to say something to you. Say something to me. I'm gonna say something to you. I don't care. The way that she said in that kitchen, I'm not gonna be a chump to everybody. You ain't never been no chump. So I don't know what Jennifer is talking about. To me, Jennifer has never been no chump. I feel like Jennifer has always spoken up for herself, and directly and without filter. Like, I don't feel like, I was like, what is she talking about? Being a chump to who? You're not gonna let people run over you. But she's basically, like I said, I think she wants Dolores to treat her like, pet her hair and stuff like that, and do all of this. But you ain't never been no chump from my perspective. Y'all think Jennifer has ever been a chump? I don't think so. Not to me. Not to me. But I feel like Jennifer is always, she's that type of person that feels like paranoid. Like paranoid. Now it comes, like when Margaret was saying it last night, I was like, why is Margaret saying that Jennifer is paranoid? Because I'm like, now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, yeah, she acts like she needs to have ammunition ready at all times. And that's why when the girl calls you, you're like, I'm just curious to see what you say. And then in your confessional, in case Margaret pushes my buttons. But didn't y'all make up? Why would Margaret want to push your buttons if y'all really were making up? No, because you paranoid that Margaret really ain't wanting to make up with you. So you need to have some shit ready just in case. Now I understand why Margaret, because I was like, I felt like at first I was like, is Margaret gaslighting her? Because I felt like Margaret's like, okay, you're acting crazy. That's what people do. They dismiss you as crazy when you start making sense. But then I'm like, yeah, like, why would you do that? I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. Why would you go to my home girl? So you have to admit that you're not really ready to be cool, since you were trying to gather ammunition on me just in case. So your intentions are not to be cool as friends. Well, friendship is a spectrum. Okay, Jennifer. You paranoid. You acting like, she said, you got marijuana paranoia. She was like, what is she talking about? I don't know if Jennifer be taking edibles or what, because she was like, what is she talking about, marijuana paranoia? But now I understand, because I feel like Jennifer is always on defense. She's just ready. She stays on ready like a little cobra. She going like this. As soon as you say something, she's like, yeah, like that. I feel like, and that's why I feel like Margaret and Jennifer are more alike than Jennifer would like to actually, in terms of being a little busybody around town, knowing the stuff. Margaret's just old enough and she's been around longer, so she knows a lot more than you. But you on your way there, sweetie pie. Talking about, I'm just curious. Girl, curious? Okay, Jennifer. Now I understand what Margaret was talking about, because I was like, Margaret's gaslighting this girl. But now is the marijuana paranoia when she said that? She be acting paranoid, like she always has to be on defense. I don't want to mention an astrological sign here, but there is an astrological sign who likes to gather information just in case, because they fucking paranoid. Just in case they might have to use it, because I'm not gonna say it because y'all be gang in the comments. I'm not gonna say it. All right, so Margaret made up with Jennifer. Wait. Different Teresa. Jennifer's more dangerous. We're not gonna be friends. This is Dolores. We're not gonna be friends. She keeps saying I wasn't a good friend. It's over with. Margaret says she made up with Jennifer, but she met up with an ex-friend of mine digging information about me. Everybody was like, what? No, for real? That she was like, yeah. She was like, I kind of feel played because why are you looking? I thought we were like cool, because remember they showed a clip of it, and Margaret was out there going like this, acting. Some people may not believe it. Margaret says that that's what she was at a real place. I felt like it was a real place because the cameras were not outside in front of them. They were like inside still. Caught them on their mics though. But yeah, I feel like that everybody was shocked, and she was like, but I felt like we were trying to be friends and you still trying to undermine that. She was like, don't worry about it. There's a mole in Jennifer's camp and they told me that she has some shit on me. And that's crazy. Like, just want to let you know that Jennifer is talking to your ex-best friend and they're digging up dirt on you. Just want to let you know. Just want to let you know, Margaret. Margaret's like, thanks. The red light was flashing in Margaret's office. Pink light, okay? It was flashing in Margaret's office and she went in there. It's like, what is it? Because Margaret got the tea on everybody. They said Margaret got tea on everybody. But I feel like Miss Just Curious Aiden, yeah, you on your way to Margaret's status. Trust and believe. So Dolores, she's talking to her man, honey. She tells him the thermostat is on 75. I was like, God damn, why it's so hot in there? Thermostat on 75. She said it's too high. Anyway, did you see the screensaver? She got her man as a screensaver and the damn phone case with a little picture of them in the corner. I said, oh my God, Dolores is in love, okay? She was like, I'm such a tool bag. I'm so corny now. She was like, she was like, I'm really dropping my guard with this guy. So good for Dolores. And then they're sitting down eating. I think it was eating, sushi. He got her sushi again. So, Frank brought her sushi. You notice that Frank bought her sushi. This guy has her sushi for her. So anyways, he was like, she was like, you want to be more social? I really love, just us two. He was like, yeah, I'd like to be more social. She was like, I thought you had fun at, no, I thought it was fun. That's what he said. I thought it was fun at Margaret's house. She was like, you thought that was fun? You ain't seen I wonder if he's seen Dolores mad, like really mad yet. I wonder if he has, because that's one of the tests in a relationship is when you see them mad. And how they treat people who are like service staff. That's two things: angry and how you treat people like service staff. Those are two things that you got to find out in a relationship before you fall in love and drop your guards. I need to see you mad. I need to see how you treat people who like at dinner, servers and stuff like that. I need to see that. She says, I don't want to talk about Jennifer anymore. I'm done with Jennifer. He said, yeah, if she doesn't want to move on, then you can move on. That's what he basically said. He was like, he thought the party was fun. He says he feels like Frank is more uncomfortable with him, and because he's not the guy in your life. When David was with Dolores, David was so absent from the relationship that Dolores really needed, like, Frank was there. Like, Frank was there for her. He really filled in the gap for David. Paulie, is that his name? He said, I'm your man now. So he don't need to worry about nothing. Tell him I got it. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, it was the scene. I was like, Dolores, you don't need to cut Frank all the way off like that. I felt like I feel bad. I feel bad. One, two, he's always been there for you. He was there for you in relationships where your boyfriend was absent. So I feel like don't throw Frank all the way away. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure, like, just let him know that the other dude is a priority in your relationship, just like whoever's in his life should be a priority. And then we'll come together if we need each other. Just, I feel like you should, her and Frank should just have a pact, like, we're going to be here for each other, but in this relationship, I need you to know that this is my dude right now, and he wants to do for me the way that you were doing for me when David was absent from the relationship. Thank you for everything, but this guy wants to be present. I feel like that's the conversation. I think they're going to have that conversation. Doesn't he say I'm about to cry or something like that? So I think they are going to have that conversation. But he was like, I'm the guy in your life now. But I just feel like Dolores should not throw Frank all the way away. Like, I feel like just have the conversation. Teresa's invitation comes. They talk about Ramona. Remember when Ramona showed the location? I just got this beautiful wedding invitation. Shut up, Ramona. Ramona showed everybody. I remember when that came out, they was like, Ramona is down to IG and shared Teresa's wedding invitation. And child, she shared the location. So I don't know what happened. Do y'all know what happened? I didn't keep up with that. They didn't change the location, right? Because it's too late. What happened? She didn't want a bunch of people showing up. They were already going to film it. And I'm sure she sold. Did she sell the images to People magazine or something? I don't know if I like that bouffant at the top with the crown. I mean, I like the crown. I thought the crown was great, but I don't know if I like that bouquet of hair at the top. Did y'all like that? I don't know if I like that. Teresa got a lot of hair, and I was like, you want to add another cabbage patch of hair at the top? Okay, girl. The crown was cute. The crown, I was like, okay, I like the crown, but I didn't like that hair coming up above the crown. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I didn't particularly like that. But anyways, everybody got the invitations. It's Teresa's invitation. It looked like a nice invitation, with the boxes and everything. It was nice. All right, so everybody got their invitation. Melissa and Joe, I put talking about Teresa again. That's when Joe said, what a disgrace we've become. My parents are looking down on us right now. When we met Louis, we were cool with him. We did welcome him with open arms. And he said, we got rid of the bad seed, talking about Joe, Judice. He said, we got rid of the bad seed and now we have a new seed. He said, basically they're done. So we're going to see how done they are, right? At the end of the episode, Melissa and, what's her name, get into it. I thought that was interesting. So they have a mozzarella party. Danielle was like, she was like, after seeing Jennifer's house, I hope nobody comes to my house talking about it's cute. Girl, first thing Dolores was the first guest. First thing Dolores said when she walked in, oh, it's so cute. She was like, girl. I like Danielle so far. We're gonna see. I don't know how Danielle and how long Danielle and Jennifer are gonna last. I'll see. Margaret and Melissa get there. Margaret's on Martin. They don't get there. They're on their way. That's when Margaret said she don't care if her ex-best friend told them if she was the Queen of England or she was fucking goats in her backyard. She don't give a damn what she said. It's the fact that old girl is taking information from her, and you and I are supposed to be trying to be cool. So she doesn't care what she said or whatever. So that was funny. Ramona showed Teresa's invitation. A mess. So they are start talking about the party, right? Everybody's there except for Margaret, Jennifer, and Melissa. Teresa and everybody's there. Jennifer Flesher is there. And they were talking about what happened. Dolores, they were outside having drinks, right? She said she just felt like it was a charity event. This is what Teresa's telling Dolores. She felt like it was a charity event, so you could have acknowledged that she actually showed up to a charity event. And she says, I don't think I need to kiss your ass because I included you in something. I included you in something. I invited you. Now I got to kiss your ass when you get here because you came? Girl, okay. Jennifer Fletcher says she agrees, right? And then Teresa was saying, well, I just want you guys to like get along and talk about it. So then that's when Jennifer Fletcher was like, do you think she did anything wrong? She's like, I'm not taking sides. I just want them to talk it out. Jennifer and Teresa are really friends because they going on trips together in the wedding. Jennifer is in her wedding. So I wonder how Melissa feels about that. Like, for real, for real. Like, this girl then came on this show. Jennifer then came on this show, and now she's in your sister-in-law's wedding. Girl, that's a little awkward. Anyways, so she said, did you see when Dolores looked at Teresa and said, stop sticking up for this, see you next Tuesday? But she did her mouth, like when she said it, she was like, cunt. I was like, why are you sticking up for this cunt? I was like, okay, Dolores. Dolores was like, look, Dolores was looking pissed. Dolores is done with Jennifer. She's done with Jennifer. So she's like, I don't want to hear what she has to say. And then that's when Jennifer arrives. You heard Danielle was like, Jennifer's here. Like, y'all need to stop talking about her. They talk about everybody. That's why somebody was like, oh, they had their game day at Margaret's house and they only sat around and talked about Jennifer and Teresa. Well, before Jennifer arrived, Teresa was talking about Jennifer with Dolores and them. They just talking about the shit that's going on. It's not because, of course they're not there, but it's not like they're not going to say it to each other's face. So they all talking about each other, child. Dolores said she wants to smash her effing face. I said, oh my God. Jennifer Fletcher's thighs were sweating. She was like, give me a tissue. My thighs are sweating. It was hot outside. It looked like a nice day. That's when Teresa said she had a great time with Melissa in LA. I don't know. Teresa, I feel like Teresa lies about stuff a lot. I feel like Teresa lies a lot about things like that. Like, she would rather say we got along than to say that we didn't. Like, if they didn't get along, she'll be like, oh no, it was great. Even though it probably wasn't nothing at all. Not even conflict. It wasn't nothing. She'll just be like, oh no, we had a great time. She'll say something like that. I feel like, she said, Joe is still hurt. She says, I've been talking to my therapist. They talked about the stigma of therapy amongst Italian people. It's very much, I think it has a lot to do with being like, I need to be strong. I can handle it on my own. I don't need nobody telling me that something is wrong with me or anything like that. That's a lot of cultures are like that. It's a lot of cultures are like that. And I think it just comes from, I just think it comes from society being ran like in a patriarchy. It's a very much like, we got to be strong. The women got to be strong. We can't show emotion. We got to do this. We got to do that. So that kind of like, it messes like the mental health thing, saying that you don't want to get help. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I don't need that. It's like, no, you do. But it's like, it's a cultural thing and it spans all cultures. Jennifer Fletcher is like, no, honey, we Jewish. We be in therapy, child. But it's for real. It's a stigma amongst a lot of cultures getting therapy. I just think it has to do with society being ran by men. I really do. Margaret and Melissa show up. Teresa notices Margaret's evil eye necklace. They're not waiting on Jackie because Jackie is not invited. She's like, she was eyeing me up and down. She says she just gets a vibe from Jackie. And then Jennifer goes, she's a snob. And she was like, then Margaret goes, no, I think we're all a little bit uppity. Yes, very good observation. Jennifer asked Rachel, so is that why you were a little rude to me too? And she was like, no, she was like, is that why you snapped at me? I thought it was weird that Jennifer thought that Rachel snapped at her. Rachel did not snap at you. You snapped at her. You don't know it. You don't know. See, exactly. You don't know. You don't know. But you're telling her the story and she's telling you, well, it comes off a little hypocritical. Tell me what I did that was hypocritical. Tell me. You're always throwing Margaret cheating her family. You do it later. They showed it in a clip of what's up for the season. You do it later. So tell me, but so that girl doesn't know every single thing unless she actually watches the show. Who knows? She might. But you have always been like, that's why everybody was like, girl, it's kind of hypocritical for you to be coming after Margaret. She's talking about the way that Margaret was bragging about it. But Margaret is married to the man that she was cheating on her husband with. So it might come off as bragging or her just talking about their relationship. Yeah, I was cheating on my husband. Maybe you're supposed to be ashamed of it, like you were ashamed of your husband cheating on you. More ashamed that you didn't have anywhere to go and you had to stay. It's no shade, but I thought that Jennifer snapped at Rachel. I didn't appreciate Jennifer saying, "Is that why you snapped at me?" She was like, "No, I think you snapped at me." She was like, "Well, you triggered me by saying that I was being hypocritical." And then Margaret was like, "We got to stop going back. Like, why do we keep going back?" She was like, "I'm just talking about the facts." She was like, "No, but you keep going back." I don't know why they're making the mozzarella sexual. I was like, oh my God, give me a break. Jennifer takes Margaret off to the side and she says, when we made up, I thought it was real. Was it real? She's like, I know you met with my friend. She was like, well, I was just curious. She says, but you're still digging for stuff. She was like, I'm not bringing what was said to the table. She was like, you just need to be a little bit more honest, right? She's like, you need to own up to everything and be a little bit more self-reflective. Like, you went out digging for information on me. Like, so why are you saying I was just curious? Like I said, I think last season, that was the same thing. She said the exact same thing. I was just curious. And you got your ass handed to you last season. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. She says, you have a twisted, she was like, just admit you made a mistake by going to speak to my friend. She was like, you have a twisted way of thinking. She was like, no, well, you just have to understand what you think about me has no effect on me. This is what Jennifer is saying to Margaret. Margaret was like, what are you talking about? But Margaret was talking so high, even Melissa had to come over there. She was like, girl, you're really high pitched right now. So she's like, so you don't want to be my friend. So you don't want to be friends. And she was like, you have marijuana paranoia. Then she said, that's why you're into it with me. You're into it with Dolores. She was like, then that's when Jennifer was like, who needs Karens when you have a Margaret? And she was like, you need to get help. She was like, you don't tell me what I choose and who I choose. And Margaret said, you need to choose to get help. You need to choose for yourself to get help, because no, you are a little busybody. That's why at first I was like, Margaret was kind of dismissing her, but at the same time, like I could see, I don't kind of see where Jennifer is coming from, because what do you need to have stuff on Margaret for? Don't ruin your time here. Like, I just feel like doing that, coming to the season, like Robin did the same thing. Robin was like, oh, I was expecting somebody to bring it out on me first. Girl, what? You gonna learn. But Jennifer probably wants to get Margaret back and is not really in a space to be like, okay, let's be cool. Did you see when Dolores and Jennifer were going back and forth, and then Teresa goes, how about a clean slate? Girl, no clean slates. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. So she said, so Teresa comes over there and says, what do you guys think about the seating arrangements at the wedding? Do you think I should have seating arrangements? And then Margaret goes, I think you should. I think that's a good idea, because the last time, no, she said she didn't want to have seating arrangements. And was that a good idea? And Margaret said, yeah, because the last time it was a problem. So they're talking about when Melissa sat at the friend table. They didn't sit at the family table, her and Joe, at the engagement party. And, Dolores goes, in Italian families, where you sit is very important. So Teresa lied and said that Melissa wanted to move. I said, why would she tell that bold-faced lie like that? Melissa was like, Teresa, girl, because she just flat out lied. And then she said, I put it on my children. I said, Teresa is a trip, y'all. Teresa is a fucking trip. So she was like, why would I lie? Why would I lie? And then somebody said, you even came over there and apologized for not sitting them at that table. And then Jennifer was trying to clean it up. Jennifer was like, well, yeah, I felt like she was trying to straighten it up. She really didn't sit you guys like that. You guys were supposed to be. So Teresa's saying they were supposed to be sitting at the table. She doesn't know what happened. She even came over and apologized about it. But they felt like you set us there. It was no mix up. You set us there. You just apologizing to make it seem like it was a mistake, and it wasn't a mistake. You set us where you wanted to seat us. Melissa says, what did Melissa say? Oh, so it's my fault. She was like, yeah, because the stuff that happened with Margaret, she tried to blame Melissa. Melissa said, are you really doing this right now? You really about to say that it's my fault right now? Melissa was done. She was done with it. She was like, girl, okay, forget it. Never mind. She was like, well, you know that I'm about family. You know I'm about family, and I really care about my family. She was like, no, girl, stop saying that you're about family. And Teresa was like, okay, I'm gonna stop saying. You saw the way Teresa was looking at her. I'm gonna stop saying. I'm gonna stop saying it's about family. Teresa said, okay, we really doing this? You see the way Teresa was looking at her. I said, okay. But Teresa, Teresa wants treatment that she cannot give. She wants you to treat her like the mafia boss. And I could treat you any kind of way. And when I step to you and when I challenge you, you looking at me like, okay, bitch, I got your number. But we been had the number. You ain't never like this girl. And no matter how well she tries to do and tries to get along with you, you're not going to accept her. So it's like, it's really kind of like the way narcissists are. Nothing is going to ever be good enough for Teresa when it comes to Melissa. She's always going to be on the hook. So it just feels like Melissa needs to be like, girl, fuck it. Nothing I do is ever going to make you happy. You're going to blame everything on me. I ain't got time. And it's tiring. That's tiring. That's how narcissists are. Nothing you do will ever be right. And that's what's going on with Teresa and Melissa. And I think I'm ready for Melissa and Joe to truly be like, I don't give a fuck what Teresa got to say anymore, girl. Nothing is ever going to work for her. She's never going to be happy. Let's forget about it. So anyways, that was the end of the episode, y'all. This review is too long. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. I'm not taking this many notes next time. Peace.